The people that moan about the immigration problem have no intention of actually fixing the problem of immigration. Fixing the problem of immigration would require an end to, authoritarianism, global poverty, and, creating egalitarianism all around the world. And the thing is, the movement that actually wants to fix all those problems that would actually lead to solving the immigration problem is the left, is the liberals, is the progressives, is the woke people. These are the people that actually want to fix these problems globally. But the people that tend to talk about immigration, they don't have any intention of trying to get other countries to develop more, to solve their own problems, to stop their authoritarianism, to stop their poverty, and to improve their equal rights. They have no plan, no ideas, no intention of actually solving the global immigration problem, because people are leaving their countries because they are corrupt, they are less developed. And these less developed countries leads to them being more corrupt, where people don't want to live in an authoritarian-led country that doesn't have, that that doesn't have, better distribution of wealth, that doesn't have better rights, that isn't at war. And the people that moan about immigration all the time, the people that you see online, they have no intention of actually fixing any of these global problems. Because until these countries start developing and start progressing and start catching up with countries like Britain and America, France, Germany, and Italy, until these other countries let go of their authoritarian, oppressive nature, people are going to continue to leave their countries. And until you fix those problems, they're going to just keep on coming. Being isolationist isn't going to fix the problems, because those countries are still going to be behind the rest of the world by decades and decades. Um, and to give a neutral reason why people are frustrated is because we're seeing, like, the races society is naturally meant to mix, and the cultures are meant to mix. That's a natural progression of humanity. Humanity is constantly meant to progress and develop and go forward, and that does mean mixing. But the reason why people are getting frustrated is because this mixing of the races, this mixture of cultures, is meant to happen over the period of hundreds and hundreds of years, or hundreds of years. And what we're seeing, like, say, 100 years of immigration in a period of 20 to 30 years. And people aren't really being given a chance to acclimate to the new, modern, progressive, developing nature of humanity, where races, cultures, ethnicities, and are mixing. So because and this is kind of an argument why there needs to be like controlling of immigration, is because we need to slow down the process of the speed in which the races mix, so it gives people more time to acclimate and get used to the more modern culture and climate of the world. And I just want to end in saying that the people that online that are pretending they are against the establishment, but they're trying to deny things like fascism, authoritarianism, and totalitarianism. They're trying to deny all those things exist in the guise of, denying fascism, which fascism, authoritarianism, totalitarianism are all variations of the same thing. Like an over oppressive, corrupt government that doesn't care about improving society, that just wants to oppress their citizens. So the people that claim to be anti-establishment, but then can't acknowledge the facts of what fascism or neo-fascism means, they don't care about combating the establishment at all. And the thing is the immigration problem, it's not about racism, it's actually about division and isolation. And these people, which I think they represent a kind of like a deep state, but the deep state isn't really like a movement or a mission. It's like an effect. And the reason why, it's mixed in with like Brexit is because the and the thing is, like, globalist just means countries working together and working together with trade and cooperation. And globalization and like countries working together is the way in which the world works. And the reason why they're trying to get Brexit, why they're trying to become isolationist when it comes to immigration, is because they want all the countries all around the world to be isolated, to be lonely, to be against each other and non-cooperating. So that's what the deep state authoritarians, the fascists, the totalitarians, that's what they want. They want us divided and they don't want us, getting along. And don't trust people that pretend as if they're anti-establishment and then, deny fascism because they're kind of the same thing. And fascism, it tends to be something that is not left-leaning, since you know, leftists or liberals tend to be against authoritarianism, fascism, or totalitarianism, or whatever you call it. And the people are denying that fascism doesn't exist, are denying authoritarianism doesn't exist, are denying that totalitarianism doesn't exist, and they're denying that corruption in politics doesn't exist. And that's kind of what the fascistic tendencies are. They're detailing the different ways in which governments can be corrupt. And what you've got to remember about fascism is that it is literally down when the government does stuff. It's when the government does corrupt stuff in the name of a deep state type effect, where they want everybody divided and isolated and not cooperating. And this is, I keep on going back into immigration for quite a few videos because it's a very complex topic. I'm kind of trying to find the best way and the perfect way of explaining it. But I keep on thinking of new ways of explaining it. And, I keep on, you know, understanding more and more things about immigration as things go on. Um, the people, and what I tend to say is that the people that claim they want to control immigration are the people that don't want to do anything to actually solve immigration. They are not the solution to immigration, they are the problem. And what you've got to remember about paying attention to problems in politics is, what's the point of paying attention to a problem if you're not planning to fix it? If you're not planning on fixing corruption and these establishment actors trying to make sure that we're all isolated and separated and lonely and isolated and not cooperating. the true nature of humanity is to constantly progress and to develop intellectually. And that is a part of what neo-fascism is about, and that's part of the thing that authoritarians, totalitarians, fascists, that's what they want. They want you to be ignorant. They want you to be stupid. They don't want you to know what words mean, and people awake, need to wake up to the truth.